Oh, there we are. Here we are. It is what, Saturday, the 18th of April, right?
Yeah.
Is it April? I don't know when the hell it is anymore. As we get ready to sound off here. No chance this evening. No chance. As many of you who were watching last time remember, Chance popped in on us and hung around for a little while. But he is off somewhere doing something else. But greetings, everyone. As
Hello,
people are starting to
Renard.
come in, the Renard.
K-Munin.
Bernard said that we have the best live chats on YouTube. We appreciate that.
Johnny.
No, I did not buy any Coke.
And
Yeah.
Richard. Yeah, we enjoying our week, you know.
It's been a very busy week. It's been busy for a while.
Yeah.
You saw the video I put up this week.
And hello to everybody else that's watching.
Yep. Or listening. Some people listen and they can't chime in at all.
Yeah, yeah.
But
and we got Lyle. Hey, Lyle.
And Mr.
I don't have my glasses today,
Evil Scientist. You didn't find him?
No, not in. I'm gonna go get him.
Yeah,
I can't see this.
Mr. J. Oh no, Mr. J. Evil Scientist is joining us. Classic Adele. That makes me think Adele Comics. So, anyways, yeah, you might have seen the video that I put up this week showing the construction project that was going on in the other two rooms, which the rooms are almost completely finished. They're actually not finished because I still haven't framed that window up. I need to frame up that window. But aside from that, all the other construction is done. The slat walls are up, and LPH has been working diligently on getting the shelves filled. We're putting the shelves into the slat walls and filling them up. And I put a couple of pictures up on Instagram, which by default is also putting it up on Facebook because Instagram shares everything with Facebook. And there's Saturday morning joining us. Glad you could make it today. And so hopefully it'll be fully wrapped up sometime in the near future. And
what is that?
And then I can, the new rooms, and then I can do a tour then.
Get done when it get done.
Yeah, it'll get done when it gets done. No rush. It's been very time consuming. It's been weeks of labor, saved us a ton in labor costs to do it ourselves. We had some luck with the slat walls.
Hey, Robert.
Robert's joining us. Yeah, rooms 2 and 3 seems like a nightmare. What a big job. Well, you know, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure because you want to do it right. You want to do it right, and you want to do the best job that you can.
G.I. Joe Dave.
Yep. Are those comic racks behind you? These bins are actually bins for records, like you would see in a store. If you know, old retail store. My wife wanted displays like that for her albums because she has a big vinyl record collection, and she had the plans. She found plans for it, and so I built those for her. And when we were looking at it, it came to mind. It's like, hey, I wonder if comics would fit in here. She was curious about that. LPH was curious about that. Would comics fit in here? And I'm like, I bet you if we changed it from 1 slat in the center to 2, you could put 3 rows. And we tested it and it worked. So I built 6 or 7 more of them. And so now these are our comic display racks, top and bottom. There's 2 levels, and you can see everything facing you. So instead of having a bunch of just white boxes, we got everything out where we can actually pick through and see. Yeah. And just like with the vinyl records, where you flip through in the old vinyl record store, we can do it with this. And each one of these shelves holds up.
Pastor Rick and Mr. Maserati, he's been watching for years now.
Hey, thank you for that.
Yes.
Each one of these shelves will hold the equivalent of 7 short boxes without overstuffing it. And that's good enough, and you can see the bottom portion is just, if I move the chair a little bit there, I think you can see.
Oh, hold on, let me move now you can see it.
Yeah, you see the bottom, and there's a gap on top. Instead of making a third tier and cramming it. And it's
Yeah.
like, no, we'll just do it like this. And that way you got plenty of room. You can reach in there and do whatever you want to do. And this worked out really well for us. And so we got it divided. She's got hers on that side and mine are back here because it keeps going for a little while there. It keeps going behind us, as you can see. And then also, like I said, we use the same exact system for vinyl records, and we have most of the vinyl records are upstairs. There's a couple of shelves with vinyl records in them in this room, but yeah, that worked out really well for us.
Yeah, it makes you read your comics better because you don't have to dig through boxes, and that's the one thing I hated about comic collecting.
Which box is it in?
Yeah, because you just know, you swear that it's in that box, and you dig out the box and it's not in there. It's on the bottom box. So I'm like,
something's out of order, and it's like, oh
yeah. Thank you, Pastor Rick. Pastor Rick,
thank you.
Donated to the cats,
of course.
And Maserati asked if we collect Pokemon cards.
No,
We
I
don't
never
collect
really got
cards
into
at
that.
all.
I had a set of the Burger King ones once upon a time. The ones with the gold-plated ones that they sold. I had a set, and it's part of the collection that was stolen. So I don't have it anymore, but I never really got deep into Pokemon like all of that. And again, thank you, Pastor Rick. You know, we have our own cat shelter, and it means a lot when people help them out.
Richard and his wife love the buildings of the museum room.
Oh yeah.
Did you put wood floor yourself, or did it? No, we did it ourselves. They're not wood; they're vinyl planks that you buy from Home Depot.
No, those aren't the vinyl ones.
What are you talking about?
Those are not the vinyl ones.
The one in there?
Yeah.
They're not vinyl?
The vinyl is the one you got the first time, and we took them back.
Oh, I thought that was the vinyl.
These are not vinyl. They are wood.
Oh,
but yeah,
nice.
But with the vinyl coating on the top. The ones that are straight vinyl, they were too thin to work with safely. I was like, oh, these suck.
And they look ugly anyway.
Yeah, we took them back and started over.
Trying to save.
But yeah,
cheap.
We did all of it. The framing, the sheetrock.
Had Bobcat and doll base.
Doll base.
Okay.
So the framing, that is the studs, the sheetrock, painting the sheetrock, or smoothing the sheetrock. You can put the mud on it, then painting the sheetrock, which we only put a primer over it because we knew we were going to put slat walls up. The drop ceiling, the flooring, all installed by us. So we did everything. Which we did in the old museum. The old museum, actually, the old museum in the old house was harder because I had to find and seal the leaks because water was getting into the basement, and the house had to be resealed from the outside. And they wanted 10 grand just to trench it, and I was like, shit, no, I'm not paying that. So I got a pick and a shovel, and I trenched it myself by hand. If some of you might remember that old video from some years ago, I dug a 2-by-3 foot trench all the way around the house, resealed it myself by hand, and then buried it back in. Never had a leak again.
That door didn't take long, Robert. It may seem hard, but just because something seems hard don't mean you don't try.
Yeah, well, the door,
you try it anyway.
Because in the very back of that room is an auxiliary water heater, and so it needs to be in its own utility closet. So I built the utility closet in and installed the door there. But
I had saw something about that. I didn't watch the video.
Oh, Munich suggesting there that Motu movie might be agenda driven. I don't know.
I saw something that was talking about toxic masculinity. I hope it's full of toxic masculinity. We need more. But I don't know. I didn't watch the video. I'm sick of all of that stuff, and I don't want to see it. So I didn't watch it. So the only thing I've watched is the two trailers that came out. Nothing else. That's it. I don't watch nothing. So that drop ceiling is not easy to get on the wall. Yeah, I mean, I
got it done.
Yeah,
I got it done. I don't have a laser level, but it was pretty easy because The only thing I didn't do was the electric because I don't want to mess with a junction box. If it was just, oh, there's Migo Matt.
Hey, Migo
If it was
Matt.
just a junction box, I mean, if it was just lights, that's one thing. I can change a light, a fixture or a plug fixture or whatever. But connecting a new circuit to a junction box, I'd rather not screw with. So we had an electrician to do that, and he was fine with the way the drop ceiling was laid out. And he was like, actually, yeah, this is pretty straight. Like, good.
David didn't know how to do nothing.
Oh yeah.
But I believed he could do it.
Oh boy. So
and
it's
that's
like
all that mattered.
So
I believed he could do it.
So it's like that episode of the Twilight Zone with the boxer. And the guy got knocked out, and then he woke up and he actually won. And the kid was like, "No, you got to believe that you won. You got to." And he was like, "I didn't. I was knocked out." "No, you weren't."
Yeah, it was like that. So, it really, at the last house, I was like, "This is gonna cost," but you can do it. I believe it. You know how to lay tile. Hey, once you find that a person can do one thing, then you just build on that. You know how to paint? Okay, let's build. So we went from painting to laying tile to framing a basement. All you got to do is believe. And I believe, as long as I think he can do it, it can be done. And that's all that matters.
It's Phil's Toys and Things. He
Hey,
said,
Phil.
He says, "I'm a jack of all trades. The museum is looking great already." Well, thank you.
Yeah, we're slowly filling it up.
Yeah, it's a labor of love. We wanted to be able to present everything as because as we can. Yeah. And fortunately, we have the space now. We had the space. We had good space in the old house because this is our third home together. The first one. The third one we didn't have very much space. I mean, the first one we didn't have very much space.
The first one we weren't collectors either. Well,
not at that level. No.
Not to the level we are now. I wasn't a toy or comic or anybody collector. I only collected my little snow babies and precious moments and lighthouse figurines. That's all I did. And then David got me into toy collecting. And then once I got into it, he got back into it. And then we really started.
Yeah. And then the second place, you remember the old museum, it was a 20 by 30 room. And then adjacent to it, the second room was like,
Joe Prime.
Joe Prime. How you doing?
No, we don't do electricity. Sorry.
Yeah, like I said, I can do basic stuff with the electric, but I don't want to touch a junction box.
No.
And they needed to route a new power source for lighting, and I was like, yeah, okay, let them do it. But yeah, otherwise, because then the cable that's running into this house, because we're rural, is like direct power cable from the power company, and it's like that thick. I'm like, no, I'm not touching that.
Yeah.
So
it's just some things you don't do. You just pay for. We pay for electricians and plumbers.
Yeah, Dolby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you're out of Sweden. You did say that up there earlier. Yeah. I remember now. Yeah, you're out of Sweden. I've never been to Sweden. I've been to Europe in a lot of places in Europe, but never Sweden. But I know I've heard it's real pretty.
But the second setup was like a 15 by 30 room adjacent to like a 10 by 6 room, 10 or 12 by 6, and that's what we had. The new setup with all 4 rooms is about 2.5 times the size of the original setup.
No, Migo Matt, it's all gonna be full.
Yeah, Migo Matt's wondering if we'll have if we can fill it all. Yes, at this point we can.
Probably need to get rid of some stuff.
Yeah,
but that ain't happening.
We'll actually have stuff we still can't put up,
like them Funko Pops.
Yeah, like them Funko.
But them Funko Pops are going up somewhere.
How about the fire pit?
It was not funny.
No. Oh.
They'll charge you for electric.
It's already been done.
Yeah, it's already been done. You just call an electrician.
Except in here, this room and toy room 1, they need new lighting. The lighting's not sufficient in here. So but the 2 new rooms, the lighting is great. It really opens everything up. So we just got to get the new lighting installed in these 2 rooms. But yeah, it's been a lot to deal with. And so it need a little bit of a break while we put stuff up.
The collectors call ain't coming.
Oh,
David called them before and they said
I
no.
sent them a message. No, they didn't.
No, they didn't say
They didn't say no, but I had when we were in the other house, I had put in an application, but it didn't go anywhere. I could put in a new application when we're done and we'll see. They let Justice Curry on. So I'm teasing Justice Curry, or Justin Carey now that everybody knows his actual name. But yeah, well, he had to because Facebook was giving him a really hard time. And he operates more on Facebook than he does on YouTube. So he was like, yeah, okay, it's Justin Carey. I have to come forward with it now because of YouTube.
Yeah.
Or because of Facebook. Rather. I got it backwards. But no, nothing on the ceiling.
Yeah, Saturday morning. That's a shadow vehicle. Oh, that's a shadow vehicle. I have
there
the
is a shadow vehicle on
and
the
that's
table.
A duplicate. Yeah. So I took that one out because I had to.
She has a complete run of the Kenner Shadow, a complete run of the Kenner Shadow action figures and vehicles, and which is pretty neat. It's one of those inexpensive lines.
Yeah, it is.
She had seen it on when we did the video. For we did 3 videos, 70s, 80s, and 90s action figures that are still affordable. And that was one of them. And when she saw it, she didn't know about it. When we did the video, she was like, actually, I kind of like those, and tracked them down.
Yeah.
And Swamp Thing too. She's got the whole Swamp Thing set from Kenner.
Yeah, I actually read the Swamp Thing comics though. I did read that. And I tried watching the Saturday morning show. It's only 5 episodes, but boy, that's the hardest 5 episodes to watch. I think I only watched the first episode.
It's pretty bad.
I watched all of Street Sharks, and I could not get through. I think
one
episode of Swamp Thing.
Street Sharks is about as dumbed down and rudimentary as it's going to get.
Yeah, and honestly, if I didn't read the comics first,
excuse me,
I might would have made it through the cartoon. But I saw the live action movie that came out when in the 80s or 90s or something. I saw that. That was, that was
could
fine.
see like the zipper on his back.
Yeah. I just saw the Man Thing movie Nerdvana
is joining us.
The Man Thing movie only had Man Thing in there for like 4 or 5 minutes.
Not even.
Oh no.
G.I. Joe wants to shoot the Funko Pops.
That's not funny. Hey, T. Stewart, how are you?
Is anybody? They couldn't. We talked about that last week because of the prices. The price. I mean, come on. VIP packages from 70,000.
I haven't watched wrestling since the mid-90s. I've told y'all many times. I stopped watching in the mid-90s when that girl slapped her mama. I was done. I mean, I know it's all fake. I know it, but it's just some things to me like cross the line. And that right there, I mean, the whole plot with Triple H kidnapping her and marrying her while she was drugged up, that was already stupid. And I'm like, I think I'm about to move away from this.
When they went
and then that came
show
up.
route, it just got ridiculous. It was already weird, especially with the WCW era and some of the plots that came up with like freaking RoboCop rescuing the guy from the cage and stuff like that. They did that. And it's like,
I wasn't watching that.
I
didn't realize Swamp Thing had 2 movies. I only seen one.
Seen
one. I didn't know it had 2 movies. And I saw the live action TV show, the one from 2019. That's what really jumped me into it because I like that one. The second live version of Swamp Thing was okay. I hated. Oh, yeah, you said that, Steve. I thought his character was good. I liked it. That Swamp Thing series was pretty cool. That ran on Sci-Fi. I think, I like that one. The one from 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stewart picking on you. Yeah. again, if it's from 75 to 95,
Hey, Frank and Frog.
we'll probably watch it if it's wrestling, because we watch vintage wrestling. And we enjoy it.
Yeah,
It's
we
fun.
watch it.
It hits that nostalgia button because you feel, even though, because it brings you back to when you thought it was real. Because when you were a kid, you probably believed it, or you suspected that, even if you suspected that it might not be real, sometimes things would happen and you'd be like, I don't know. And it brings that back when you watch those old matches, and it's just fun. And there's a better appreciation now, I think, for heels. Like, I see some of these heels and I'm like, oh, that is hilarious. I totally get that now. But back then, people wanted to kill these guys, like Rick Rude. What a fantastic heel that Rick Rude was. My God. Or Honky Tonk Man. Hilarious. I love that stuff. Now that I understand it better. When I was a kid, I couldn't stand those people, but now I get it. And they were in real danger. I mean, I've talked about it before. Iron Sheik has been stabbed before. Bruiser Brody's been stabbed. What's his name? Bobby Heenan was shot at in the ring, but from a crazed fan of the audience. It's crazy.
Gene had a band also? Gene Carroll and the Shades?
That's right. He was a singer before he was involved in wrestling.
No, I never saw Doom Patrol.
No, we didn't see Doom Patrol.
Road Warriors were cool. I stopped watching wrestling. Yeah,
Johnny. People wanted to kill the Iron Sheik because that, especially right after the oil embargoes, that right when Carter went out and President Reagan became president, and they had the Iranian hostage crisis that happened right around that time, and he's out there marching with an Iranian flag and spitting at people and stuff, and it's like, Iran #1, Russia #1, USA hak duh. Oh man, they wanted to kill that guy, and there's all cans and boxes of popcorn and stuff flying into the ring. Oh my God. And then and Nikolai too, wanting to play wanting to sing the Russian national anthem at the start of every match.
Yeah, we were talking about the Spaceball movie, and all the original cast is coming back.
Except, of course,
John Candy.
I might have messed that up. Somebody suggested to me that is actually supposed to be next April, not this April.
Oh, okay.
And I might have misunderstood the promo, because I saw a promo with Mel Brooks talking about the movie, which he was explaining the title in the movie, because he said in the film they promised there would be a sequel, which was true. He said there will be a sequel. Spaceballs, The Search for More Money. It was the joke in the movie. And he says, I don't have to call it that now because I found the money. So we're going to call it Spaceballs, the new one, instead. Like, okay. And he has a bag with it says Spaceballs money on it, and it's full of cash. And I thought, excuse me, I thought it was coming out this like Friday, but apparently it's supposed to be next year this time. But evidently it's already been filmed.
Oh, okay. So
they're ready. I guess they're ready to. I guess they're putting it together and they're ready to go. And they've got. I think it's already been filmed. I don't know if I'm screwing that up too. But he got back everybody he possibly could.
Oh, okay.
Everybody he possibly could to participate in the new film. And obviously he cannot get Joan Rivers. He cannot get John Candy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but it is what it is. Johnny wants to know if you want that Battle Cat popcorn bucket.
I would like to have a couple of the popcorn
if it's like $10.
Yeah, but I'm not. I doubt it if I'm going to the movie, if I'm going to the theater, and I'm not going to pay all that money for no popcorn bucket.
They're outrageously expensive.
But then, now that I said that out loud, if it was just the figure, I think people don't have problem paying, but knowing that it's just a popcorn bucket, it's like, it makes it for some reason different. So I don't really think there is a difference, because if it was just a plastic Battle Cat and they said it was $80 and it's 1/6 scale or however big it is, people are paid no problem. But then you slap the label popcorn bucket on it. It's like, I'm not paying $80 for no popcorn bucket. But you
And
say
it is about 6 scale.
yeah,
and
but
it's-
then you just say, oh, it's a 1/6 scale battle cat. Oh yeah, the $80, that ain't nothing.
Yeah.
See?
And they're doing there's so much of that stuff, and I hesitate to ask even how much that sword's gonna be. And it's a beverage container.
I mean, I would display it. I wouldn't use any of it, but
Yeah.
if I was able to get it, I would display them all. I would, not those plushies, but like that Skeletor head I thought was cool. That even that Castle Grayskull and them steps, I thought all of that stuff was
It
pretty
looks
cool.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Vintage Poet is there.
Hey, Vintage Poet, how are
It's
you?
a Yoshi popcorn bucket. Yeah, the sword drink holder, Castle Grayskull, and it's not just the Castle Grayskull's not just a bucket. The battlements come off, and you can put cups in there, so it's like a tray.
That is cool.
It's like a tray.
And I mean, you put that in your collection room because you know nobody gonna
Just
put no
display
darn no popcorn in there.
But I don't want to pay retail for that stuff because it's crazy expensive.
But not only that, the thing I find ridiculous about it is you have exclusives for various
Yeah,
theaters.
some of them.
And I know around here you got AMC, you have Regal, and you have NCG or NGC or whatever it's called.
Mhm.
I mean, those are the ones I know about. It might be more, I don't know. But I know that, but it's like, okay, we're gonna make all of these products, and then we're gonna do what everybody hates about toys. We're gonna make us an exclusive. So you have to go to all of these various theaters to buy this particular bucket. Okay, what if that theater is not in your area or not even in your state? What are you gonna do? Go on Facebook and pay $300 for a popcorn bucket?
Yeah, basically.
No.
Is Jesse Say What joining
Oh yeah,
us?
hey Jesse, I clicked on your name to say hey, and it got wrapped up in what I was saying. But no, that's the stuff right there that got me out of modern toy collecting.
Yes.
That right there. And it's like now, we see that people hated it with toy collecting, so let's do it to this these stupid popcorn buckets we want to put out.
That's what ultimately started the crash of Funko, because the people got tired of running around when you've got when they've got a line that's got 21 figures in it and 17 of them are exclusives to different stores. People are like, I do not want to keep running around all over the place, and then they don't have it or something. They get tired of that, and it's going to wear people down. If you can go to any theater and pick up whatever, because I know a lot of the Masters one, I think, are not exclusive. Like the Battle Cat, you're supposed to be able to get it in any theater if they pick it up, so that's fine. But if you got to do exclusives where only AMC has this and only Regal has that, that's going to get old quick.
I don't even know if you can do that, K Munin, because you have to go in the theater, not the actual sit down part, but in the front part to buy it, and you can't get into that part without buying a ticket.
Yeah, you could.
Not at that Discovery Mall, because I was in the Discovery Mall and I went to the bathroom, and that bathroom was disgusting. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go into the movie theater, and I've done that before. And I just walked into the movie theater, and they said, "Hey," and I'm like, "I'm going to the bathroom." Oh, okay. Because the bathroom is right there. Then they watch you walk back out. And this one girl was like, "You got to buy a ticket." I'm like, "Look, girl, I ain't buying no ticket to go to the bathroom."
That's because you're in the mall, though. And then they get all those teenagers in there that are raising hell all the time. So they want to get rid of them.
That was before that. But I'm just saying, you got the to get to that part, the concession part, you got to buy a ticket. So who gonna buy a ticket and then don't go see the movie? You still giving credit to the movie. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about
that. So I don't know.
Is Reston is
yeah, hey Reston, how you doing? And Blue Splash David is here. How you doing? I don't know how much that Herbie bucket is going.
I don't know how much any of them are selling for yet. If I find out, I'll put it on, because like when they had the Fantastic Four ones, I found out some of the prices, and I told them that's why I wanted that robot, but I wasn't going to pay like around the $100 mark for it. because it was basically as like a half scale action figure. So I thought it was cool, but I was like, I'm not paying this, for a popcorn bucket. For what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's like clickbait.
Yes.
It's just it's the new fad. It's been going on for a while. No, we met each other online on a dating website.
Vintage Poet wants to know.
Yeah, that's how. Thank you, Richard.
Richard made a donation to the channel. Thank you, Richard. Very much appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm a teenager.
She's a teenager. No, we've known each other for like 16 years. And this September we will be married 14. We will have been married 14 years. 14 years. And I've been happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have a good relationship. I think we get along fine. We actually like each other. People sit there and say that they're in love, but do you like the person? Do you get along with them? That's something it's important. It's important to consider. We actually liked each other. We had a lot in common, and I think that helps a lot.
Yeah, went down to a small comic book and toy game show today. It was Unrivaled, it was called. Saw a friend there, and I gave him your YouTube link to contact you for cleaning and pressing comics.
Oh, thank you, Reston. Yeah, I do that, and most of my clients are vendors. Honestly, I've got vendors who contact me or send me books, like really high-end books, and then a couple of other people, but for the most part, I don't get a lot of business doing that, but I do a real professional job because my experience is with book restoration. So the way I do it's a little bit different, but I get a lot of good results.
I didn't see anything about
I didn't notice Orko
in the thing. No, the flea market wasn't buzz.
Yeah,
total
we went to the flea
time.
market today, and it did not pan out. It did not pan out for us.
The Vintage Poet met her boyfriend on Facebook Marketplace selling them cassette tapes.
Okay.
They're like, oh, you brought my cassette tapes. Oh, do you want to go out and get something to eat so we can talk about cassette tapes? Sure,
hey,
Bobby, let's go.
If that's what works.
Love at first sight.
Yeah. Hey.
Cassette tapes. Hey.
It was her smile that did it for me.
She was stalking.
I was not. Her smile struck me as being someone who just was joyful. It seemed genuine. And that to me was attractive. I was like, well, she seems like she's a legitimately happy person and not phony or whatever. And that's what first piqued my interest.
Oh, they had 2 big screen He-Man movies so far. 2? I only know of the one. Orko had bad luck with the movies.
Orko is instrumental.
Yeah, he is.
Again,
10 years. Congratulations.
Yeah, Rich would be married 10 years. I've talked about it before. The only 2 useful characters on the original series were Orko and Ram Man. And everybody else He-Man gave busy work to and sent him somewhere. It's like, yeah, okay, hey, why don't you go here and do this, or why don't you go do that? Basically, it seemed like he was just giving him something to do to get him the hell out of the way. But he never did that with Orko or Ram Man. They always stuck right to him.
Oh, Orko would be at the end of the movie.
Oh, that's BS.
Yeah. I'd rather see Orko than Tila, because Tila didn't do nothing but run her mouth and cause
This
problems.
is not soda, Robert. This is tea.
No, we don't drink soda.
Yeah, I rarely will drink a soda. And if I do, it'll be like ginger ale. But rarely will I drink a soda. But yeah.
Ironic, Orko was on the Secret of the Sword movie poster and music video and is not in the movie. Talk about false advertising.
Oh, well.
Hey,
Toy Chic is joining us.
Here. I saw your video about the Mattel Classics Masters of the Universe, and I wanted to comment on that. I like that video. I had a lot of those the figures you have. He has a video up showing his Maddie Club collection figures.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because Toy Chic has a channel if you have not seen. And the old soda.
Oh,
the ones from I have no idea because I did not drink one of those.
No, we ain't bought none.
I didn't even see the guy because it's outdoor flea market, and I was gonna, out of curiosity, just ask him, "Hey, how much are these?" But I didn't see him, so I moved on.
Yeah.
But we are in Georgia, and the Coca-Cola bottling plant is here, and so there's lots of Coke merchandise in flea markets and in like antique malls and stuff like that all over the place, including sealed bottles. I've seen more sealed bottles out here than anywhere else I've ever been from Coca-Cola manufacturing. And those are just some of the oldest because they were the 75th anniversary bottles from 1975. So puts them in just over 50 years. And they were he had cases of them sealed. And I'm like, oh my God, And he had a bunch from the 96 Olympics too.
Oh, okay.
And there's Olympic 96 Olympic merchandise everywhere out here.
Yeah, they made like 50 million of that
I
stuff
know,
and
that
only
stuff.
sold 5,000.
Yeah, that stuff is everywhere. It's everywhere out here. But I see a lot of sealed bottles, and John, I didn't think of it at the time. Johnny had commented on the short. He was like, "Yeah, I would have bought one or two. But we could have bought a couple and just put them on the on the dinette back there. If you see, guys, we got our vintage right back behind her. That's our like 50s lycra table dinette set. It's an authentic set in the Coca-Cola colors, and we've got the Coke mats and Coke kerchiefs and everything vintage on there with it. And I was like, yeah, we could have put a couple of bottles there if it was real cheap. If you told me they were like $1 or something, maybe I would have bought.
Ain't gonna be no dollar.
Oh, please, yeah, because at the flea market they're crazy with some of the prices and stuff that they come up with. There was one woman that she was she had a stack of vintage record collector magazines from like the 80s, and a few from the 90s. And she asked her, how much are these? Oh, those are old. They're $10 a piece. And like, because they're old. Yeah. What is this, Goodwill?
Yeah. Thank you. There's 2 parts that we didn't see. Oh, okay. I have so many more. Might make another round. Oh, okay, that'll be cool. Because you don't see too many people showing those off. So I was like, oh man, somebody else got some. And then I like to look at it to see if it's something that I don't have. But I don't need no more because the area is full. She
has a lot of the Maddie Club stuff. Not the She-Ra, though. She doesn't have any of the She-Ra stuff.
No.
Unless you count like Hordak, because Hordak is technically a She-Ra villain.
Yeah, I have the Hordaks and stuff like that.
But she has some of the villains, but the She-Ra classic, like female characters, she does not have.
Your dinette needs a tabletop jukebox. Oh, yeah. You know what it needs? You remember on Twilight Zone with William Shatner?
The little devil box.
Yeah.
Yeah, the penny box. You put a penny in and you get your fortune. That's right. And they were drinking iced coffees.
That's what they were drinking?
They were drinking iced coffee. He ordered a couple of rounds because he was sitting there arguing with the thing. Let me get some more pennies. And because he got pissed off at the box and started arguing with it. And he was like, screw that, let's get out of here.
David is saying he's seen at the northern shows, they've been getting some decomposed in a box. You might have to go up to Ohio just to get them in the box. I don't know. Buy some old soda and see if it's full and let us know.
Don't do it. But yeah, Decompose or Blue Splash remembers that Decompose and Liquidator are the 2 that I'm missing from my Inhumanoids collection. Because and I'm gonna, of course, I've got to have my set is all mint in the box, and in particular the carded ones are even unpunched. And you don't even find you don't find any of the Inhumanoids on the card. Liquidator is a tough one anyways, but it's just like, God, I don't know if I've been looking for one for years.
Johnny says that soda spoils, even the Thea ones.
Yep.
Let's see. Went to Value Village and they jumped all DVDs and Blu-ray prices from 99 cents to $4 a DVD, $5 a Blu-ray, and $8 box sets for used beat-up DVDs.
That's what Saturday Morning says. You know what struck me also, if you remember from Value Village, was the vinyl records. And they raised the price on the vinyl records, and the 45s were more than the LPs.
Because they don't know the difference.
Yeah. They said, well, the 45s are more collectible, is what the manager said. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean?
They don't know.
It's like they are, huh?
But you know what? Thank you, Ooby Dooby, and hello, thank you for watching. You know what gets me with them? Okay, so you'll have a box set, and they'll have all of the individual DVDs, and they'll price it separately. And you know good and well this came out of one set.
Yeah.
You know that came out of one set.
I know.
And then you're gonna price it separately for $2-3 a piece. It's like, what is your problem?
And thank you again, Ooby, for the again. That's for our felines, for our cat shelter.
Transporter tour. Your delivery boy.
Yeah, they don't. Johnny's talking about the 45s. Not only that, but it depends on the record.
Yeah.
What's on it, what the condition is, and if it's complete. There's a lot of nuances. It's actually even harder. Great if you want to grade them, which they do.
Yeah,
you see this at some of the shows.
I watched a video and the guy was going on about that.
It's harder than the comics because you've got to grade the condition of the vinyl, the condition of the jacket, the condition of the inner sleeve, and any other, if it came with a poster or even a sheet, if it came with a page or a sales sheet or anything.
Or if it's a gimmick like on Rolling Stone, that zipper unzips.
And
if that zipper is broken, you're done.
Or which zipper is it? Which pressing is it? Which country was it pressed in? I mean, it goes on and on. The list is crazy. Like I said, you think grading comics is tough. A lot of the dealers don't even want to deal with it unless they get something that's really valuable. But without knowing what the vinyl records are, you can't just say, oh, the 45s are worth more because they're 45s.
No, they didn't know the difference because they look 78, 45s, 33s. So you think, okay, 78s, that's the big one. And 45 is bigger than 33s, and the 33s are the small one. Because we went and them young girls, they don't know, like, what is this? Like, we had a VCR tape. The girl was like, is this a DVD? Like, no, it's a VCR tape.
VHS cassette.
And then she looking up the vinyl record. What is this? What size is this? It's like, that's a 33.
But it's
David is going to do the whole explanation. Nobody cares about the explanation. Just tell the girl the thing is a 33. It was an old lady in there, and she was the only one that knew the difference between the records. This old lady. But you got to go on eBay and look.
There's so many Elvis records, Robert.
Yeah.
They've made like 100 of them. And Migo Matt wants to know, do they grade vinyl?
Yes, they do grade vinyl.
They grade
and like
vinyl.
I was saying, I was watching a video because I do watch some of the record channels, and the guy, he was going on and on about those gradings, and a lot of the true record collectors don't like the grading of the record. My whole thing, and I said it about comics and about toys, and I'll say it about vinyl records. If it's like ultra rare, like let's say for a comic, you had Superman #1.
Yeah.
Okay, get that graded because it's not a lot out there.
You got to try to preserve it.
Yeah, you want to preserve it. If it's an ultra rare, hey Christina, how are you? Oh, Chris, sorry.
Chris, talking about the toy room. Thank you.
If it's a super rare record, if it's a super rare toy that was made, I don't know, in the 1800s or something, there's only 3 out there. Yeah, grade it or put it in some kind of encapsulation to preserve it.
At least put it in a case if you're that worried about it.
But they grade the CDs, the VCR tapes, everything now.
cassette tapes.
Yeah, that's what Johnny says. The NES
basically
games.
all forms of physical media are subject to grading. They're even grading anime now, the anime books.
Oh yeah, the manga. I saw
the manga,
something about that.
The manga books. I said it wrong.
Yeah, because they had to make the encapsulation case bigger.
Yes.
And the same with the records. You had to make that bigger just so it'll fit in there and do all of that. And it's just
and then they do it with the action figures. And the action figures are action figures and toys, and then half of the stuff they have to custom make a case for. They have to custom make a case for, because there's no conforming packaging for the variety of toy sizes.
Yeah.
And I really question the whole system. And this is actually a story from Justin Curry, okay? Or Justice Carey, or Justin Carey, or Justin Curry, whatever the hell, because now I'm all mixed up. But he had some rare Star Wars figure that he sent in to be graded. Okay, he sent it in to be graded, and it had fallen loose inside the encapsulation. It was a loose figure, but it's supposed to be worth like $3,000, something like that, loose. So he had it encapsulated. He sent it in to be graded. It came back. It had fallen loose inside the packaging, inside of the container. And so he returned it to the grading company. Okay. And so they could re-encapsulate it. And then when they returned it again, it was broken, right? And he's like, what the hell? Now the torso is broken. And he returned it again. And then they contacted him and told him that the reason that it was broken is because actually the torso was a 3D printed replacement, right? And he was all pissed off about that. And where he was going with that discussion was that, okay, I bought this. I basically got okey doked because I did not realize that it was fake. But my problem is, you send it to a professional grading company, not once, but 3 times. Okay. The first time, the second time to be replaced, and the third time it was in their hands. That's when they figured out it was counterfeit. And they're supposed to be the professional graders that you're relying on. And so, I mean, how much can you really trust that? You thought there was a lot of trouble with comic grading.
Now, I know churches do like yard sales and stuff like that. So a comic show or a toy show doesn't surprise me, because they rent out. If they got a big space, they will rent it out. So, you got stuff like that. Yeah, Hot Wheels are graded.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of Elvis records with blue jackets. So you just got to go look for the one you're talking about. Who knows?
I don't know.
I don't think they'll do that.
I don't think they're doing
give
bottles.
them a minute.
Bernard wants to know if I have classic Coke commercials. I have a few. I've put the one from Buy the World of Coke up a couple of times for the Christmas one where they form the tree. I've done that one, but I my classic Christmas, I do have a few Coke and a few Pepsi that you can see scattered throughout some of the videos that I put up.
They sell just the acrylic case every time. Well, not every time, but a lot of times when we go to the shows, there's people there that sells the cases, the acrylic cases for your collection. You bring it in there, put it, or you tell them the size, and then you can buy it like that. I've seen it, but they're so big that I think it takes up a lot of room. But like, again, if it's a rare figure, I would do it. But some record covers are more expensive than the actual records too. If there was a mistake, if there was a mistake on it, or if it's changed at some point, that means the record cover is more than. I've seen that too. Yeah, I've seen that.
And Stuart bought a huge collection of CDs.
I think so.
Or CEDs.
What CEDs?
CEDs?
Oh yeah, you the only person that knows what it is, and you don't know what that is.
Uh-huh.
I should post a photo of my sign graded Hot Wheel hoverboard. Yeah, post it up on Facebook so the world could see, so everybody could see it. I didn't know how. Well, I don't mess around with Hot Wheels, so I didn't know they did a hoverboard. But I know that's what Johnny said. He got a signed one.
Hot Wheels does a lot of stuff.
Is it the little tiny hoverboard or that big one like the Professor Rock guy?
Oh yeah, they did make one. They did make one of those, didn't they?
The big ones?
Yeah, they did make a life-size one.
Oh, that's cool.
You can't hover on it.
No, but I mean, you know, it's from the show, so you can put it up in your room and display it.
You could.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people do with those like skateboarding decks, and they don't skateboard, they just hang them on the wall.
Well, some of the, because you remember Funko was doing that for a while.
Yeah, they were.
And it actually looked good because they put a lot of detail on that. So no, it's the tiny one. Okay. They put a lot of detail and there's a lot of good artwork on it. I've seen a lot of channels where they've had those decks.
Yeah, then you go skateboarding on them and you scratch the hell out of it like the first time you're out.
No, you don't buy those to go skateboarding.
Oh no. Ubi says he wants to know, are the CEDs the formatted video that looks like a giant 90s floppy disk?
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe that's just the right before laser.
They went through a lot of incarnations. Laser discs didn't last long.
No, because it was that thing was huge. I like the jacket on a lot of them. We see them, and then
they turn up at a lot of shows.
Yeah,
actually, the laser discs, people buy them basically just for the aesthetics, because it looks like the old film. I bet you they play well. I bet you they work well.
Migo Matt says all of his vintage toys are in a protective case, but none are sealed, so I can remove it easily. If I can't touch it, it's almost like not having it.
Okay. And G.I. Joe Dave said LPH likes Funko Pops. I shouldn't have made fun. It's okay.
No, I make fun of them too. I got a lot, but I'm never going to get rid of them.
They became invasive.
They
became invasive because it's like
weeds.
It's like you think it's this little box, but next thing you know, there's 500 of them, and you got nowhere to put them.
Beta tapes and what's that other tape? 8-track. We've been seeing a lot of 8-track.
8-track is audio.
Yeah, but we've been seeing a lot of 8-tracks at Goodwill and stuff.
Betamax was like the other version of VHS, and there was another one that was a larger cassette. I can't remember what it's called. It was a big box.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I don't know the name.
Back when the player would cost you like $5,000.
Did you have a vintage Dragonfly?
Yeah, I've got the original a raw Dragonfly. I do, with Wild Bill. I've got a complete one. I don't have one in the box, but I have a complete loose one in the G.I. Joe area there.
That's what CED means.
Capacitance electronics disc, analog video disc playback system. Okay.
So it plays so that's right before CDs, because it says it's an analog disc that plays back, right?
No, it's a video.
I mean, like a DVD.
Video disc. That's probably the earlier ones. It's before Betamax.
Oh, okay.
Before Laserdisc, the side of a record, but they're movies.
Okay, so it is before Laserdisc.
All right.
Is any Funko Pop collection is forgivable if it includes
Bob Ross or Mr. Rogers?
I don't have any Bob Ross.
You have Mr. Rogers.
I have Mr. Rogers, but no Bob Ross.
I've got Mr. Rogers, but I've got the 1977 Ideal Mr. Rogers.
Hey, David.
Hey.
A larger format such as U-matic and Betacam.
Yeah, U-matic is the one I think I'm thinking of.
Okay.
With the big huge cartridge. Stuff that's faded away that people don't know about anymore. That probably still works as long as nobody exposed it to a magnet. because that's usually what would kill that stuff is a magnet. But otherwise, because they'll tell you that too. A lot of advertisers and stuff would be like, oh yeah, if you got those old VHS cassettes, they're only supposed to last for like 10 years and they're not going to work anymore. And I'm like, yeah, bull. They work.
They work.
They work fine.
Work better than that DVD player.
Again, as long as they didn't get wet and as long as they weren't exposed to a magnet, they'll work most of the time, or extreme heat.
Yeah.
They should work. But I mean, we've had brand new DVDs fail. We talked about that last week because when Chance was here, he had given us the season 10 of Dallas. Last disc wouldn't even work.
No.
Like 3 or 4 of the episodes would not play at all. And it's a brand new factory sealed disc. But that happens a lot with that happens a lot with DVDs.
Hey Matthew, I watch a lot of true crime. Have you ever considered doing away with David so you get all the toys? And if so, how would you do it? Love your channel. No. Because if I got rid of David, I won't have no beast of burden.
Oh no.
I'm just joking.
No, she's not.
No, I am joking.
She thinks I'm Mick Jagger.
Yep. My beast of
Oh God.
Trivia, can you name the first Disney movie on VHS? Wasn't it Snow White on VHS?
I don't remember.
It was either Snow White or Cinderella on VHS, I think. I know the first one was with Steamboat Willie with
that's
black
the first,
and white.
That's the first short film with sound.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the first Disney movie.
Not the first Disney movie that came out on VHS cassette.
Yeah, okay.
It's probably something random like The Black Hole.
Yeah, you get a tape, you won't get disc rot and all of that, and the stuff won't work and all of that. I've had Blu-rays fail more than regular DVDs. I can't trust Blu-rays. We don't have a lot of.
We have a handful. Saturday Morning said it's Pete's Dragon, and Johnny thinks it's Dumbo. I'm not sure. So I don't know everything. I just act like I do. No, it seems like I do sometimes because I know a lot of random stuff. But no, I don't know anything. Everything. Not everybody. Nobody does. Nobody does.
Not people that think they do.
If I did know everything, I think I'd be annoying. Because, oh God, that guy thinks he knows everything.
We got people at work like that. We all know somebody like that. They know everything. It doesn't matter what you bring up. And then you make up something just to see, and they know about that too. And you're like, I just made that up. Robert worries about DVD rot. Haven't played everything, but afraid I'll have it. Well, you keep on being afraid, and you will.
Matt says it was Dumbo.
Oh, okay.
And that's the game they used to play. Yeah, Ooby-Doo brings up the Disney vault.
I remember the Disney vault. Buy it now before it goes back into the vault.
And you'll never know when you'll see it again.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
then
that's
you
what they
see
used
it again
to do.
in 5 years.
Yeah, and in a new case. They would change the box or they'd add some extra footage to the end or something like that. And it's like, oh my God, really? But that was the old Disney okey doke when VHS first came out. Then the next Disney okey doke was making sequels that didn't need to exist, like Cinderella 2 and 3.
Lion King 2.5.
Yeah, they'd make sequels that were absolutely unnecessary and put them straight to disc because they knew there was no way in hell they were going to get in the theaters. I mean, you don't need Lady and the Tramp 2. The film ended.
Well, you saw that they were killing themselves then when they started making those sequels. It was the beginning of the end.
Yeah,
they were slowly killing themselves to where, and then we got to where we are now with Disney.
And then they have to make a live action of every damn thing, and nobody wants that either.
I don't know. DVD rot is when the DVD clears out and you can see clean through it. You know, like how you look at it and it's like you can't see through it, and then it gets that spot on there and it's like you can see clean through it. That's what DVD rot is?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't even know
Yeah.
what DVD rot is, so I don't know if my DVDs got them. But I know some of the ones you buy brand new and it look fine don't play. I know that, or it starts skipping and you look at it and there's nothing on there. So if it got rot, I don't know.
Yeah. Johnny said they don't need Never Ending Story 3. Well, you know,
it's a never ending story.
That's why the attorney on The Simpsons bragged that he sued the studio who did Never Ending Story, because if it never ended, it didn't need a sequel. It was his favorite, his best lawsuit.
Most sequels don't need to exist. That's right.
Mm-hmm. No, not
I don't know one. I'm trying to think of one that was like, okay, yeah, we needed to close that out. I don't know. I mean, the Terminators were good, but you really didn't need any more.
Yeah.
You didn't need a RoboCop 2. It wasn't bad, but you didn't need it. You would have been fine without it.
RoboCop 2 was actually pretty good. I thought so, but RoboCop 3 was absolutely unnecessary, and that's what sucks. Oh, Frankenfurter.
It's mold that grows between the 2 layers of plastic.
I don't think I've seen that on any of our DVDs, fortunately.
No, I never seen that. I just know that sometimes they don't play brand new out of the box and you just peel the wrapper off.
Yeah.
And that's annoying. So to me, that's rot, because its mess don't work and it's brand new out of the box. You just took the wrapper off.
Yeah, sometimes the sequels are good or fun, or it's different enough, like Alien. The first Alien was a horror film, and the second Aliens was an action film, but it worked. Aliens was a cool film.
But you didn't need it. You didn't have to have that second one.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Okay.
It is. I mean, they're good, but it's not. You didn't add something to like close it out.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? But I noticed it happens to TV shows mostly. I don't know.
It could be the cheap way that they're produced too, because there shouldn't be any moisture in them, and that's the only thing that I can think of that would cause that.
David has the buffer, and when it don't work, he buffs it, and it still don't work. Father too. I never saw any of the Godfathers. Don't they have 3 of them?
3 or 4. I don't remember.
Yeah, I used to watch Tom and Jerry.
Do we see classic Tom and Jerry and Looney Tune comics at shows? Renard wants to know. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. You see them a lot.
From like, who made those? Dell
or what's that?
Four color is Dell.
No, it's another one I'm thinking about. But yeah, I think it is Dell though. I think it is Dell.
Yeah,
that made them. Highlander didn't need a sequel. Die Hard was better than.
They see that can of worms.
Yeah, you can use stove glass stove cleaner.
Can you, or will it melt it?
No, all you got to do is get some Windex, and you put some Windex or some alcohol on it, and you wipe it down. That's how you clean CDs. And somebody used to say put Brasso on it. Brasso. I don't know about that.
Oh boy.
People really love RoboCop. That seems all I hear about is RoboCop.
Well, it kind of caught people off guard when it came out. The RoboCop film. They weren't expecting it to, I guess, be so violent or such an interesting story. You know, it was always this robot cop, and I mean, it was pretty aggressive.
Hey, Eric.
Eric Reese is here.
A lot of my Warner Brother DVDs from around 2008 have disc rot. A factory that produced the disc at the time gets the blame.
They must have been doing it. I can only assume they're doing it too quickly and moisture is getting in.
Yeah. Oh, Gold Key. That's who I'm thinking about. See, I knew somebody was going to figure it out because they know how to get in here.
Oh, yeah.
And they extract.
You better hope not.
They extract. It's like, oh, all of them fumbling up words she putting together. I know how to put it together and make it make sense.
Oh, okay.
That's the audience we got.
Oh, all right.
The new RoboCop series was good. I was
Please.
watching the RoboCop cartoon.
Unless Emil is melting in acid, I don't. Help me! Get off me, man! Unless that happens, it's not going to be good.
The RoboCop cartoon wasn't all that amazing.
No, it was pretty stupid.
No one talks about The Godfather 3.
Uh-huh.
I've heard of The Godfather 3. I've never seen any of them, so that's not my kind of film. I also hate buying movies at the thrift store. I buy them at the thrift store. Mm-hmm. So disappointed when you get one you've been wanting to watch.
I don't think I've had that problem. I've been lucky so far. I've been lucky so far. But there we go.
It's rotted away. You can't clean that.
You're way behind.
Oh no, they got a Snakes on a Plane too. Okay, I'm gonna catch up.
Because
I never saw the first one.
Snakes on a Plane was a social experiment.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, it's a social experiment because it's the first one where they manipulated online audiences by having people claim that the movie was really good in segments on videos on the computer. And so people believed it, went to the film, and it was trash.
Didn't need a Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Part. And that had like 15, 16 episodes. I mean, films.
Yeah. So there we go.
Okay, I'm all caught up. Oh, RoboCop had 2 cartoons.
Yeah, an 80s and a 90s one, right?
I think the one I started watching was the 90s one. Sky Surfer is pretty lame too. We're watching Sky Surfer.
Sky Surfer.
And we're watching Centurions.
Centurions.
That's not bad. Centurions is not bad. What else are we watching?
Thundar the Barbarian.
Thundar the Barbarian.
Which is remarkably well written.
Yes.
Surprisingly well written.
We're still watching Silverhawk.
Silverhawks.
Tallyhawk is the only one worth something. The rest of them can go.
The rest,
because they don't do nothing. Tallyhawk comes to rescue them all.
They get kidnapped or they get their ass kicked, and then Tallyhawk comes and fixes it.
Tallyhawk in one episode is called The Return of Tallyhawk, and they manipulated Tallyhawk. Tallyhawk beat every Silverhawk. Then they got control of him and got him back online. And Tallyhawk beat the whole mob by himself. No help from the Silverhawks.
Like, you just fire everybody else and just have
Tallyhawk.
Better yet, get 5 Tallyhawks and send all the Silverhawks home because they're useless. And AMH is here.
Hey, AMH, Alien 3 was the last time I went to the movie theater. Wow, that was like when that came out in the 90s?
Yes.
Boy, yeah. Movie with both my parents. My mother was wearing flip-flops and stubbed her toe broke it. No.
Oh no.
That's traumatizing. You don't want to go to the movie.
Maybe not.
The Sonic movie seems to be an exception. Sonic 3 was a fantastic film. But did you need
we have seen the entire. We have already seen the entirety of the Wheeled Warriors.
Jason the Wheeled Warriors is
which is also well written and has a great theme song.
When are we gonna watch Smallville? Let me see.
When we can squeeze it in.
Yeah.
You know, we have Monday through Friday. We have 2 shows each day that we watch set for a specific day, and we only watch 1 episode if it's an hour show and 2 episodes if it's a half an hour. Like Tuesday, for example, Rat Patrol, we're watching 2 episodes because they're 30 minutes, and then $6 Million Man, 1 episode. And so we don't binge anything. We watch it in a format that's closer to how we would have seen it when we were young, when we were, to keep for the nostalgia of it. We watch it like that. So it'll be a minute before we can squeeze it in somewhere.
I like Sky Surfer, but the music they got the music that goes on throughout the show and is louder than the voices. They changed the theme song.
Yeah, now it's like this rage metal song.
Yeah, and it's like, but the show itself isn't bad because I like what they're doing with the guy. His dad was framed and he's trying to prove that his dad was
That's what
innocent.
Toy Chic said. He said the music is the worst ever.
It is, and they just changed it. Well, where we are in the show, in the series, I'm guessing we just started season 2, and the music changed. I'm like, what is this? You can't even understand them. Well, you can understand Sky first, and like, what is that all about?
Yeah,
he was open to involvement of some sort.
Peter Weller, the original RoboCop.
RoboCop series. Gonna be not gonna be RoboCop. He probably would be like one of the officers or something.
No, well, you know how they do that.
Yes,
yes, Ooby-Doob. There are skyscraper action figures, and they're fairly inexpensive.
Yes. Jason the Wheel Warriors theme song was really good. Defenders of the Earth was really good. That theme song was good. I'm trying to think of some other ones because there's some others.
Hercules. That guy poured his guts out singing that song. The old 60s Hercules Saturday morning. Hercules.
No. Thundercats was good.
Thundercats is good.
Silverhawks was good. I can't think of any right now. But yeah, some of those theme songs are, and those people pour their hearts and
G.I. Joe season 2 started out with a good theme song, but then when they switched to G.I. Joe, a Real American Hero, it gets lame again.
What's WMAC?
Masters Marathon All Day Scripted Martial Arts from Universal Studios Florida. Is that the one that had Bruce Lee's daughter in it?
I don't know. Everybody that I've heard all the way from when I was still in the military was this one guy that used to watch Smallville, and all that dude talked about was Smallville. Oh, Smallville was the best thing. So we got the DVD, and we're going to watch it.
Yes, Robert, she did get something Wheeled Warriors from the Toylanta.
I did.
She did.
So I got 2 carded figures. Well, one is a figure and one is like the accessory pack. And then I got 1 vehicle. Those are expensive, so I'm not going to really be getting any more. But you only get vehicles. I don't think they ever did the people.
No,
like Jace and the girl and the pilot.
They've got random like 2.5-inch action figures, and they're generic figures. They're not the actual characters from the show, which were going to be in a wave 2, but they never produced a wave 2 because they canceled the series.
Yeah,
and they canceled the series because they gave up their plans for the ending of Jason the Wheeled Warriors because of what happened with the Transformers movie. I've talked about this before. They had a brilliant idea at Hasbro. We're going to do a movie to conclude each series. Transformers, G.I. Joe, Jason the Wheeled Warriors. Okay. And when they put out Transformers and put it in theaters, and everybody lost their shit because Optimus died, and then that forced them to change the ending of the G.I. Joe movie. And then Jason the Wheeled Warriors hadn't even started the animation on it yet. It was just a script. And they said, let's just cancel this altogether because otherwise we'll have to do a rewrite because of how many people die in it. They didn't want any more backlash from it. So you can read the story and find out what happened, because both Sawboss and the father die in the end of the script. But they just didn't want to deal with it, and it's unfortunate because it killed the series. It was a good series. It was an interesting series.
AMH says that they're moving to a new building and he's going to trap a cat and relocate him to his house.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I've done that. Yeah, Duke is in a call. That phone call they get at the end. Oh, Duke's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Duke died.
Yeah, Duke
died in the original script. But but yeah, please do. If you're able to trap them and relocate them, you'll have to. Are you bringing them in the house, or are you going to keep them outside? because that's important. If you're going to keep him outside, he has to be in an outdoor containment for at least 30 days. Or else if you cut him loose, he's just going to run because he doesn't know where he is.
Okay, Smallville was good until Luther left. Yeah, we talked about Spaceballs earlier and how Mel Brooks is going to be involved.
Patty says there, yeah.
That should be good. I like Mel Brooks and I like his movies. I ain't too big on comedies, but his is funny and it's watchable. Like some comedies, you can only watch it once. Some of them is not worth watching at all. You got to turn it off because it's too raunchy. Some of them just so stupid. It's like, man, I don't know. So
yeah,
a lot of comedies I don't get into. Even sitcoms. Some sitcoms I don't tolerate well. I'd rather watch a drama. But some comedy is good. Some. Have you guys heard of a company called Blockies?
Or Blokies? I don't think so.
They sell figures in a model kit format, but they are very well made and quite affordable. Walmart carries some Transformers from them. He's going to join an outside colony. He's going to be in a large cage
in the garage so they can get used to each other. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
So AMH knows what they're doing there.
Do it.
Yeah, because again, if you just move them, they'll run because they don't know where they are, and they may not ever come back. They may get just totally lost. So yeah, that's good to hear because I've had to do that. But what is laughing at me with my poor cats. Last cat I did it with, I kept them contained for 3 weeks. It worked out great. They're all happy together. Okay. Good deal. But what were we talking about?
Oh, thank you, Robert.
Robert made a donation to the channel. Thank you, Robert. Very much appreciated.
Yes, we always appreciate
all the help we can get. All the help we can get with our feline friends. We're down to 16 now. We're down to 16 because the kittens are on their way. Kittens are gone. But it's still a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
It's still a lot to deal with.
A lot of food and litter.
A lot, yeah, food and litter and God forbid medicine.
Blokes are awesome. They make tons of awesome Transformers in many scales for cheap. Oh, okay.
We were talking about Mel Brooks.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was. But yeah, Mel Brooks is he's never held back. And I can't imagine him holding back now, especially as old as he is. I'm sure he doesn't care what anybody thinks. So that'd be refreshing because they could not do Blazing Saddles today.
Half of his stuff, even the producers, they couldn't do with that Nazi guy.
They did a remake of The Producers. I think it was
but when
2010, I think.
I know they did a remake, but was it in 2010?
Somebody help me out here. Was it 2010? And it was and Will Ferrell played the Nazi. The guy, the Nazi with the script.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, but I thought it was earlier. It's almost perfectly identical to the original version with a few modernized variations. But otherwise, both films are good, and of course Mel Brooks did them both. So it was a remake of the original Producers. I think the remake has a bit more musical numbers, but I'm like, yeah, it was still funny because it still held to the original.
Have you noticed that VHS prices have gone up?
They are creeping up a little bit. Yeah, people are starting to recognize VHS and start looking for it. And Robert wants to know about Hobo. He's a fat, happy little guy. He's a fat, happy little guy. Of course, for those of you who don't know, Hobo is the orange tabby who has no teeth. Yeah, man, he was a mess when we first found him. He was dying. Him and Dad are the two I talk about a lot and they're both still there because they were both literally dying. And I was told to put them down, to euthanize them, and I wouldn't do it. Which I'm glad I didn't because they're still here. But yeah, poor Hobo has no teeth. Poor guy. But he's a happy guy now. Yeah, he's such a happy guy, and he's friendly, and he's a fat little monkey. And Munin wants to know about Monkey. Yes, Monkey is still here, and he's still Daniel's cat because he ignores me. He ignores me. but Daniel adopted him. He's like Daniel's little brother, and he follows Daniel everywhere and chases Daniel around, and that's really because I was going to adopt him out, but then I was like, you know what, I can't because him and Daniel are like twins now, so I've got to keep him.
Oh,
what's that?
David is going to get some chickens.
Oh,
yeah, we're going to get chickens. We got to get a coop. VHS is popular with younger gens right now. I'm seeing so many of them at thrift stores looking through the VHS section. And we got 80s Toy Mania. Hi, guys. Your thoughts on the new Spielberg Alien movie?
I hadn't heard it.
Yeah, I hadn't heard he was doing anything.
For those of you who are wondering, I'll put, that's Hobo when we found him. Filthy, emaciated. He spent like an hour trying to eat that, and I didn't understand what the problem was until I was able to check his mouth. Covered with scabs. His elbow is actually ripped open almost 4 inches and was seeping and infected, and they had to put stitches in it. And ear mites, fleas, name it. You name it. You name it. This is Hobo when we first encountered him. Terrified of me, outdoor, kind of feral, but too weak to resist. And then, let me see. Here we go. This is what Hobo looks like now, with his tongue hanging out because he has no teeth. His tongue's always hanging out.
Is that Alien Earth? Is that the one that you're talking about? Toy Mania?
But what an amazing transformation. You would never guess that those were the same animal. And
it's a movie.
I'm so, I love Hobo. He's amazing. And everybody talks about Hobo all the time. Hobo and Dad was the other one, because Dad is I don't know if I have a picture of Dad in here. Because Dad is the other one who
it's coming out on Hulu.
Who was dying.
And then they got Alien Earth, the TV show. Okay. It's based off of all the alien info that's being released by the government right now. Comes out in June. Supposed to be good. Oh, okay. Then we got Night Watch.
Oh, stopping by to say hi and drop a like. We appreciate it. All the thumbs up we can get, and thank you very much.
Disclosure is called. Oh, yeah. We talked about Disclosure. I saw the trailer for that, and it looked really good. It was an actual trailer telling you what the movie was about, without giving out the plot. I do want to see that. I saw the trailer because we talked about that on here. It was about a month or so ago, or probably a little longer. But yeah, that is something I would like to see. Look like Jonesy the cat from Alien, or Spot Data's cat.
Jonesy got them killed.
Okay. Yes, I do want to see. Is that coming out in the theater? That movie? Disclosure?
I thought somebody said it was. Saturday morning said
Disclosure
theaters,
Day.
not Hulu.
Oh, good. Well, I'll wait until it's about to leave, and then it'll be cheap.
Okay.
Because you see it at the matinee. How you go to the matinee.
Yeah. I don't have to be the first one to see it.
I don't need to be.
I'm not getting paid to do reviews.
No. I used to go to, when they had the dollar shows. I used to go to the dollar shows all the time.
Yes. So did I, especially in Kansas.
June 12th is coming
When
out.
I was still living in Kansas, there was a theater that stuff dropped into, and it was $1 per show all day long.
Yeah.
And that's what I would go to. It was like, yeah, okay, what's out? I would just, if some movie came out that I wanted to see, then it was like, all right, I'll wait till it hits that theater.
That's what I used to do.
I used to bring the kids, It's like, yeah, let's go to the movie. $3, and hell, the concessions don't hurt that much once it's that cheap.
Yeah.
Now
they had at one of the malls, they done tore it down. We passed it the other day, and they tore it down. But we used to take the clients at the daycare center
Oh,
there.
yes.
And on, I don't know if it was Tuesday or Wednesday, we went there one day, on one of them off days, and the movies were $1.25. If you went on a certain day of the week,
Yeah.
it was like $1.25.
They didn't care either.
Mm-mm.
Well, it was when we were working at the mental health clinic. So for them, they weren't even watching the movie. They just wanted the popcorn.
They wanted the popcorn, and sometimes we would buy them like drinks, or
That's
this one guy,
all they
he
care
couldn't
about.
eat the popcorn, so I would get him hot dogs.
Yeah.
That's all they wanted to do was eat.
Yeah, that's all they ever wanted to do at any outing was eat. They didn't care what it was.
Robert actually liked Predator Badlands.
Okay.
And that's good.
If you like it, you
Dr.
like
Cohen,
it.
popping in to say
Spring
hey.
is popping in Massachusetts.
Yay.
It's pretty feeling good. Finally warming up out there.
Another movie, more documentary style with real accounts by a government official, came out in 2025 called The Age of Disclosure. Also very good. Okay. I like documentary type films like that, where it's like a documentary, but it's like movie stylish like that.
Yeah, Blue Splash wants to see the new Spider-Man because it's Sony and not Disney. Hey, it might be better. It might be better.
Robert's going to get the Blu-ray of Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I never saw it. I like the look of it because it had a very Silver Age feel. I like the way it looked, but I didn't like the direction they were going in. Yeah, but I never saw it. And I've never been to a drive-in at all Saturday morning. I've never been to a drive-in theater.
I've been to the drive-in.
Yeah, I've never been to a drive-in theater. If they had them in Massachusetts, I didn't know where they were. But yeah, I've never actually been to a drive-in theater. And that's fading away now.
Yeah.
That's one of those things that's dying in culture, is the drive-in movie theater experience.
They still got a handful.
There's a few out there. Yeah, it's true.
But even the soda shop, hanging out with your friends and going, on the weekends, and you go to the soda shop and you just hang out at the soda shop.
Diner.
Yeah, or the diner.
Bowling alleys are dying. They've been dying for a long time. It's not like it was when people used to actually watch bowling on television. It's there's a lot of Americana that's just kind of slowly fading away there.
Johnny has the Gentry's vinyl record. The Gentry's has The Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. He was actually in I guess they're like a doo-wop type band.
I'm not sure what the Gentry's saying.
I saw the list. They
With
do
Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, Jimmy Hart
from
The Mouth of the South.
Yes.
Jimmy Hart. They do have one song, and actually Aretha Franklin made a joke about him, saying that he was a one-hit wonder, because that was only the one song that anybody know. But he's gonna get that framed. Okay. Toy Chic like Predator Badlands.
Okay.
We didn't see it.
Did we buy anything recently as far as physical media? No.
Yes, I did.
You did?
I bought.
What did you buy?
Downton Abbey.
Oh, that's right, you did. She bought the movie collection. The movie collection, not the TV show.
Yes.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
Ooby Dooby's waiting for the documentary. Ooby Dooby wins the Powerball, and the sequel. Who's buying all the alley? Hanging out at malls is a thing that's gone.
Malls are gone. The malls are fading away.
They're tearing them down around here anyway. Haven't seen Fantastic Four either. Maybe I'll get the Blu-ray.
Yeah. They've never done Fantastic Four right, but this one looked right to me because I was digging that Silver Age vibe, but again, I just didn't like the direction it seemed like they were going in. But you never know. I mean, I didn't actually see it, so what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? And in movies that look.
What's Downton Abbey about? You need to go somewhere and sit down.
It's a period drama. But not exactly. Saturday Morning says arcades have made a big comeback. Not really. It's not the same. It's basically a nostalgia center for people our age. and you buy a ticket and you go in.
Yeah, you play and
it's
drink
not
and
like
all that.
it's not like it was.
Yeah, hang on, Sloopy.
Uh-huh.
Hang on, Sloopy.
I don't think, I mean, there's places trying to bring those back, but it's just not the same. It's not like when I was a kid and the laundromat had 5 machines in it, you know.
Or you went to an actual arcade and it was jam-packed and you stood around and watched one person play.
500 teenagers out in front of the place and they're all looking over everybody's shoulder and everything.
Now you don't want to be anywhere where teenagers are because you might get killed or robbed or beat up or something.
Yeah, or trampled.
Yeah.
So they run around acting stupid.
No.
That it's yeah, she Johnny's picking on you. She says that. That's one of her phrases. You need to go sit down somewhere. Oh boy.
Community found a Blu-ray of Dragon Ball Superheroes in My Hero Academia. You're next for a great price today.
Yeah, I've got the set of Dragon Ball. I've got the blue, the orange, and the green set, and I've got the movie collection. I don't have anything really beyond that. What? Dr. Cole
you're gonna sell it? Oh wow. He said he's thinking of taking all of the extra stuff from his toy hoard that's taken over the basement and buying or renting a booth at the local antique mall and selling it.
I don't know how that would work at an antique mall booth. Plus, remember, you have to rent the booth and pay a percentage of your earnings.
Yeah. Plus, you can do what some people do at the antique mall. Just use it as a storage unit. Don't sell nothing. Put the prices
some places
up so
look
high.
like they don't ever sell a damn thing.
Yeah, because the price is so high. You don't want to sell this stuff. You ain't trying to do nothing but just display. Have it outside of your house in a air conditioned or temperature controlled space.
Toy Chic says I wouldn't like the new Fantastic Four. People don't like Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, he's everywhere, and all you hear is bad things about him. Well, I've never seen him.
He won't shut up. He's one of these actors that won't stop running his mouth. It's like, dude, just act. Nobody gives a shit about what you think.
Yeah,
that's the problem with a lot of these modern day actors. You never hear any social commentary from Keanu Reeves, do you?
Hey, Mr. Pre-Order.
Mr. Pre-Order is joining us.
Do you tell? Yeah. You better go somewhere. Yeah, I tell everybody that. David all the time.
I talk to the cats all the time. I know they don't understand what I'm saying, but they understand the tone. They do understand the tone, and they do know their names. And it's what's funny is when you call somebody's name out and they come running. Like, except for Daniel. Daniel won't come. If you call Daniel's name, he runs away from you. If you call, for the indoor cats I'm talking about. If you call Monkey, Miss Kitty, or Granny Smith's name, they'll run right to you. But if you call Daniel's name, he runs and hides like he thinks he's in trouble.
I got 2 black and white movies that were like dramas, but I got them mainly because of Carol Burnett. She spoofed them so well. Okay.
Carol Burnett was interesting. She was in one of the few comedies on the Twilight Zone. She was in the one that had the genie.
I don't remember that one.
And she didn't want him to do anything because she didn't, and he was compelled. I don't know if you remember that.
No,
one.
I don't remember.
And she was the usher in a movie theater. That was her job. But yeah, she was in one of the few comedy ones.
Keanu is a saint.
Yeah, he comes off like it, but yeah, but the reason that he's so popular is because he keeps his mouth shut.
Yeah, he just do his job.
He just does his job, and then he doesn't do anything that would put him in a compromising position. Have you ever seen him with photographs with people?
Yeah, his hands are way back here. Yeah,
he don't touch him. He'll stand there like this. He'll put his hand behind them or something, but he doesn't actually touch anybody.
Yeah, because next thing you know, he groped me. He sexually harassed me.
He forced me to come to his hotel room.
Yeah. Nobody forced you to do nothing.
There's a handful of people out there that are like that have learned to just keep their mouth closed. But
that should be like in their contract, especially if a new movie is coming out.
Clamp it down.
And you think it could be, tell those actors every time you open your mouth, we're gonna dock you $100,000. They'll shut up. Because I think some of the actors ruin it for the film. And because they open their mouth and start talking, people get turned off. And it's like, if you just be quiet, don't go on the circuit. Well, they kind of got to go on the circuit. Okay. But keep the conversation to this only. Be positive. Don't say nothing negative. Don't give your thoughts. Don't give your political, your religious thoughts. Don't tell us who you standing with.
Yeah.
Just promote the film. Oh, yeah, I like the film and the characters. She's this, he's that, whatever. And then you go home. Nobody want to hear your thoughts on nothing anyway.
Nobody wants to hear. Because you're no matter what you do, you're gonna risk, no matter who you're for or against, you're risking automatically alienating up to half of your audience. Just automatically. Yeah. It's so why cut yourself off from any of your audience if you can avoid it? Why not just sit there and say, well, or take some advice from Johnny Carson, because he talked about that. He was interviewed with that. I saw an interview with him, and they asked him about it when he was still on the Tonight Show. It was like, you're in a really good position to use your platform to do this and that politically. And he was like, no. He's like, that's a bad idea, because if you're an entertainer, you are in a position to manipulate people to see things your way, and it's not fair. And he was like, so I don't like, I make a little political joke here and there, but I'm not doing that. And I agree with that completely. That's not what I'm here for. Yeah. And then, Carson retired, and that's all you get on the late night talk shows now, is people with extreme political positions that aren't even theirs because they're reading a script. Yeah. It's ridiculous, but it's just be quiet. Just act. Just act. We'd appreciate you better if that's all you did. I just, the age of true celebrity status, I think, is fading away anyways.
They need to die.
Because and we talked about this before, you can be like an internet celebrity with 2 million followers on YouTube, right? And nobody knows who the hell you are.
Okay. Yeah, because they'll put on the computer. So this YouTube, TikTok influencer died. And it's like,
cool. Yeah. But back in the day, you knew who every celebrity was. Even if you didn't watch the show, didn't listen to the music, just whatever. It's like, oh, that's so-and-so. You kind of knew. Nowadays, and that's back when you had A and B listers for real. Now, and I've joked about it before, but now you get C, D, E, F, and G listers, and social influencers, and people that have like millions of followers, and nobody knows who the hell they are unless they're in that little clique. It's just kind of ridiculous. Oh, Johnny says late night talk show hosts got to go somewhere and sit down. Yeah. Yeah.
They do need to go sit down somewhere.
Go sit down somewhere.
Because all of those actors and the musicians, they're just getting ridiculous. Nobody want to hear that, man.
My favorite, excuse me, is what is his name from Crosby, Stills and Nash, and Neil Young.
Oh God,
Neil Young, when he got upset about Trump, right? And he was like, "If you listen to Trump, I don't want you to listen to my music at all. I want my music to be taken off this platform and that platform." And it's like, jackass, you don't even have the rights to your music. You sold your catalog decades ago. You're going to tell people not to listen to your music, and you don't even own it. Okay? I mean, plus he's always been a prick. That's why Crosby, Stills and Nash threw him out, because he was causing all kinds of problems for the band.
Who was better, Dr. Morrow, Burt Lancaster?
No, stop. Oh, you're butchering it.
Okay.
Who was the better Dr. Morrow?
Oh, who was the better? Okay, I don't know who that person
is. Lancaster or Marlon Brando?
Burt Lancaster was good in a movie called The Swimmer. If you ever saw that. Oh, that's a
sad film.
Well, you kind of like, what the world is going on?
Once you realize what's going on is going on. and you're like, oh man, this poor guy.
Yeah, that guy
It
was
hits you
all
because
screwed up.
you thought he was just this asshole, and then it clicks. And it's like, oh my god, what happened to him?
Yeah, and they never really tell you what happened, because it starts off he's running and he's swimming in everybody's swimming pool. He's mapped out the whole neighborhood, and everybody in the neighborhood has a swimming pool. So his goal is to start at this house, and he's going to swim through every neighborhood plus a community pool until he gets back to his house. And, you know, he's meeting everybody. They're like, oh, you're back. And, you know, everybody's looking kind of weird, but they're nice. And then he goes to the next house, and each house he goes to, a little bit more is revealed.
Yeah.
Until he gets to like this one lady house, and more stuff is revealed. And then it's like, it's starting to hit him. And then he gets to the public's pool, and it's like, okay. And then he gets to his house, and it's like, bam. But they still don't tell you exactly what happened.
I don't think I saw the one with Marlon Brando, so I can't really comment.
Hey, JSS Brooklyn.
Brooklyn is here. Glad you could make it today. Johnny wants to know best James Bond. That's
oh, who knows?
Except for oh god, what the hell is his name? Daniel Craig, who I do not.
Oh, I'm butchering it.
Except for Daniel Craig, who I do not think was a good Bond, because I do not think his portrayal personified the true Bond character. Okay, each of the original Bonds, you know, Connery, Lazenby, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, I think they all brought something different to it that's enjoyable. And especially certain films that really stand out. Naturally, a lot of people are going to gravitate towards Sean Connery with the classic approach that he had, which I think his best was Diamonds Are Forever. Diamonds Are Forever is a great. You never even seen a Bond.
Because I don't like that kind of movie.
Oh boy, don't even get me going.
Okay.
And then Roger Moore, his best one was Live and Let Die, which was the first one. That movie's a lot of fun. And the worst one with Roger Moore was Octopussy, which remarkably was the last actual film written by the original author. It was the last short novel, James Bond, which I think was printed in Playboy magazine before it was put on paperback form. And then the film that came after it, what was it? View to a Kill, with Grace Jones as the female villain. Roger Moore hated that one, but it was better than Octopussy. It was better than Octopussy, but I think with the exception of Daniel Craig, like I said, I don't feel like the Daniel Craig ones. They don't feel like Bond films to me at all, because he does not personify the Bond character. He's too much of a loose cannon. Bond was always calm, always collected, always focused, no matter what was going on. He rarely, if ever, lost his temper. And all Craig did was lose his temper all through it. Was snarky and mean and bullheaded, rushing into things. And I'm like, that's not the Bond character. He gave a good performance as an actor, but that to me doesn't feel like the Bond character at all. But yeah, Timothy Dalton I liked. He was only in 2 films, and there was some contractual issue that kept him from doing another one. And by the time they were ready for him again, he was already committed, and that's why they brought in oh god, I can't think of his name now. The last Bond before Daniel Craig.
What's Gojira?
Gojira.
Oh, what
1954 is that? Gojira. That's the correct pronunciation of Godzilla.
Oh, Okay.
Film very dark and seeing people being killed, dying in the hospital. Yes, Mr. Pre-Order says. That's the one that has oh God, what was his name? The one American actor that was in it. I can't think of his name either. Somebody will tell me. Oh, and GoldenEye, which has like the best Nintendo 64 game ever made.
Mark says Goldfinger was the best Bond.
You like
movie.
Goldfinger?
Yep.
Goldfinger was cool.
Pierce Bronson was the guy you were thinking about.
Pierce Brosnan, who was in
I thought he was Mission Impossible or 007 or something.
007 is James Bond.
Okay. I saw something with him in it. I didn't like it though, because it wasn't my type of film.
Oh boy. Oh my God. But yeah, GoldenEye was probably his best film. It was fun. It's crazy, but it was fun. And the Pierce Brosnan I'm talking about. And I think it was it Nintendo 64? Probably one of their greatest video games.
The loose cannon.
He is, because he lost his temper. He even attacked in the Casino Royale, which was Daniel Craig's first Bond film, and they asked him how he wanted his martini, and he snapped at the bartender.
But he did. That was a part of the movie, right?
Raymond Burr, thank you. That was the guy that was in the original.
Was it Raymond Burr that the lawyer? The lawyer.
Yes.
What's his name? Oh God, I can't think his name now.
They can't remember everything.
No. But he was on an episode of Match Game, and he was awful.
He didn't want to be there, and he knew it. And they even called him on it. They were like, they were like, Raymond, calm down. This is fun.
Yeah, you're gonna be here for a week.
Yeah, we have a good time here. And he was just an ass.
He was.
Yeah,
he really took the fun out of the game that week. But,
Perry Mason, thank you, Richard.
Yeah, that's Richard who it was. Perry Mason.
Perry Mason. It was his detective show, where he only lost a single episode. He lost, if I remember today.
Robert is not quite entertaining. Robert being
Robert wants to see Cocaine Bear.
Robert already watched Cocaine Bear. Did you? Yeah, he's been talking about that for 2 years now. That stupid old Cocaine Bear finding some drugs in the woods and eating on it and everything. Nobody want to watch no Cocaine Bear. Ironside. That's the guy.
In the
Raymond
wheelchair.
Burr. He was in the wheelchair.
You know what's fun with Ironside is Benny Hill's rendition of Ironside.
Oh, you know what was funny? Robert did say something that was funny.
What did he say?
He was talking about the Carol Burnett and Tim, whatever that guy name is, and that one they were talking about when they were playing concentration, Password.
Mama's Family.
Yeah, and they were talking. He was
Tim
talking,
Conway.
Yeah, that's him, and he was talking about that two-headed elephant. That was funny.
Oh no, it wasn't a two-headed elephant.
Oh,
it was Siamese. It was Siamese twin elephants, and they were joined at the trunk.
Yeah, that was funny.
And none of it was scripted.
Awful. I don't need to tell a story because it's going to be all messed up.
Tim Conway. If you had never watched the original Carol Burnett show, it was a variety show like Saturday Night Live, except better. And it was scripted, but they would air it as is. Okay, they wouldn't cut it and reshoot it.
Oh no.
Okay, they would just film it as is because it was the most genuine rendition. They had a live studio audience, and Tim Conway would deliberately go off script to screw with people, and that's why you see so many of those clips where people hanging on for dear life trying not to laugh at Tim Conway because he could play it straight. He could play it straight, and he's just sitting there talking about the Siamese twin elephants with a blank expression on his face, and everybody's over here like this, and you can see him trembling and shaking.
Mama didn't laugh though.
She cussed him out.
It took her a while, but when she felt herself about to break, then she cursed him out.
Yeah.
But that was funny, them elephants.
Yeah. When he would play the 100-year-old man sketch with he would do the with Harvey Korman, the other guy.
That's what Brooklyn said.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. Brooklyn said Tim Conway and Harvey Korman, brilliant with Carol Burnett. Yeah. When he would do the 100-year-old man sketch, and it was always Harvey Korman that would come in to the 100-year-old Tim Conway in like makeup and a wig, and he would always go off script to try to crack Harvey up, and that was hilarious. That was just hilarious. He was so good at that.
Mark said they did a cocaine shark.
Did they? Mark's talking about Tim Conway. Dorf used to do a lot of he used to pretend to be a dwarf on the show.
Oh yeah.
And he was a sports sports expert. So it was always something with tennis, golf, weightlifting, something. And what he would do was he'd have a cutaway in the stage with a spade.
Oh no.
Right? What?
Dr. Cohen picked up the crossover Ninja Turtle Godzilla at Target.
Oh boy.
For $15.
They have the space in between, and he'd walk between there with shoes on his knees, so it looked like he's a midget with really long arms. and of course he plays it straight, so he looks insane. And he would do stuff like, let me warm up first, and he'd touch his toes. But of course, he doesn't even have to bend his elbows to do it. You could get away with stuff like that.
No, because everything is so heavily scripted that it just doesn't work.
That's why part of the reason why Saturday Night Live sucks now is because they went from having some leeway with improv to Michael's strictly sticking to script to the point of your career. And that's actually how
Damon
Wayans, yeah, when he was on Saturday Night Live, that's how he lost his job. They threw him out. They didn't even let him finish the night. Michaels threw him out of the building for altering. He didn't even change the lines. He just altered the delivery, because he thought in his mind, he was like, yeah, this is really a bad script. So maybe it would be funny if the cop is gay and I just talk a little flamboyant. Michael's like, you're out of here. You'll never work again. Threw him out. And he fired him. Fortunately, In Living Color gave him a little bit more elbow room.
A lot more elbow room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Don Rickles. Don Rickles would say anything. But yeah, Michaels over the years got more and more strict, and then very, very political. And it's so that's a show I think should have been off the air 20 years ago. It's no longer relevant. It's just kind of there. Booby's asking about crossovers. Archie, I remember the Archie Meets the Punisher
and the Predator.
Yeah,
I only see parts.
I didn't see the Predator. I remember the Archie Meets the Punisher one, and they did like a couple of cover variants.
Buddy Hackett. Oh, didn't he play? Wasn't that Uncle Jed? Buddy Hackett. He wasn't Uncle Jed.
No, that was not Uncle Jed. Buddy Hackett he did a lot of Disney films, and he's probably best remembered for being the mechanic in Herbie the Love Bug series.
Oh, okay.
Scrooged, right? Remember the movie Scrooged with Bill Murray? You remember the actor who played Scrooge in the film? That was Buddy Hackett.
Okay.
You still don't know what I'm talking about.
But that's all right, though.
I try.
They had Predator and Batman.
Yes.
I got that comic.
She does.
The Spider-Man one started good with issue 1, but went downhill the issue 2 and ended in the septic tank. Boy, that went downhill real fast. If number 1 was good.
Oh yeah, Paul Lynde.
Oh,
Paul Lynde is crazy.
Yeah, Archie met Harley Quinn and Vampire and Red Sonja.
That's serious? Too much. That's too much. DC's talking about 70s variety shows. Rip Torn, Charles Nelson Riley's hilarious. Sonny and Cher.
Really? I only ever seen him on
the Brady family
the
as
match.
in character as the Brady Bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, crazy stuff like that. But yeah, Charles Nelson Riley was a staple on the match game. He was always there.
Yeah. Until he had his toupee, then he had to take off so he can go get his hair plugs in.
Oh man. But yeah, that's those were the days. Some of that stuff is, and some of it's really awful, like Donnie and Marie Star Wars song and dance routine. Terrible, but it's so bad it's funny. You know what I mean? It's so bad. It's so bad it's good sometimes.
Buddy Epson.
Thank you.
I know it was a buddy.
Was Jed Clampett on the Beverly Hillbillies.
And he was also in Breakfast at Tiffany's. Buddy Epson.
Was he in Breakfast at Tiffany's? I don't remember. I just remember George Peppard was in it. He was the gigolo.
Yeah.
He was the gigolo. Long before the 18. George Peppard was a gigolo. Oh boy. And Johnny brings up memories of John Ritter. You know what's a good one?
Sling Blade.
Well, yeah, John Ritter was in Sling Blade.
Yeah.
I was thinking of, oh God, if I can remember the name of the movie, it's the one where he had the remote control for the TV, but the remote control was from hell. It was a comedy, and he got pulled into the TV series, into the set, and he would jump from television show to television show inside the TV. And at one point, he even ended up on an episode of Three's Company in the movie. What was the name of that film? God, I can't think of it.
Somebody knows, and they're going to tell you.
I know. I saw it in the theater, actually. I saw that in the movie theater. That's how old I am. But
that sounds ridiculous, K-Munin. I don't even want to know what that's about. I hope the one with Batman is better. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I do have it.
I remember that tuned. Saturday Morning said John Ritter was a superhero in Hero at Large. It was like a made-for-TV movie, wasn't it?
And Johnny said that movie you're talking about is called Stay Tuned.
Yeah, Saturday Morning got it too. I couldn't remember. I was thinking of something else, and I knew that was the wrong title. Can't remember everything. But hey, somebody will remember.
Yeah, somebody will remember for you, even if you chop it up and you get it all twisted.
Or they'll cheat and they'll Google it and then they'll act like they know.
Herbie the Love Bug had a comic?
Everything had a comic.
Yeah, you're right about that.
That's cool, Mark. That's cool. Who did that? Dell? That sounds like a Dell title. Because Dell did a lot of TV and movie stuff. Or Gold Key did a lot of TV stuff too. It'd have to be. I would assume it would have to be either Dell or Gold Key. Yeah, Dr. Cohen, remember in the Gong Show? That show was funny. The Gong Show was hilarious. They tried to bring that back and they overdid it.
Yeah, they overdo everything.
Yeah, they overdid it. And Mark confirms Gold Key. Okay. Yeah, I love those. Especially some of those old photo covers are really cool.
They got new American Gladiators. The original ones were pretty good. I remember watching that growing up.
Yeah.
Getting pushed around, not tough like the old Gladiators.
Oh boy.
Craven Predator just took turns chopping each other with blades at the end. The Predator kept Craven into the clan. Why he's missing a chunk of his brain.
Alternate reality, Craven, because Craven was killed in the Copper Age. He was killed in the Copper Age. It's a mini series in Spider-Man comics called Craven's Last Hunt, and it is really well written. Really well written. But he knew he was dying. He always wanted to beat Spider-Man. Finally did it. And
how he beat him? Did he kill him?
No, because he didn't want to really kill him, but he wanted to kill him without killing him. So he beat him and he buried him.
Oh, okay.
And then Spider-Man, Peter Parker he wakes up and escapes from out of the grave and comes after him. And Craven was like, I'm done. I don't, I'll never bother you again. And I don't know if you understand, but I'm done. And he was like, you can beat me up, you can kill me, whatever you want to do. And Peter Parker walked away, and then, spoiler alert, because he was dying anyways, he ended his own life. I guess he felt fulfilled and he didn't want to deal with the pain and just ended his own life at the end of that. But it was a really well-written series. They don't get writing like that anymore. They don't.
You think the comic book industry is dying or already dead?
Oh, it's dead. You get a gem every once in a while. Somebody comes up with something, some independent comic that sparks people's interest, like The Walking Dead. People really liked stuff like that. But for the most part, it's rotten from within because everything they know everybody wants, they won't give it to them.
What everybody want?
People want consistent artwork, first of all, not just like portrait covers, but you get a really nice looking portrait cover, but then you open the book up and the art looks like shit. It's all computer generated garbage. And then the writing is terrible in this stuff. People complain about the storylines in these books constantly and all the agenda pushing constantly. Nobody likes that. Stop. You know what works. You've got an industry that's almost 100 years old to show you what works. What made comics so popular? Why were they being sold by the millions in the 1930s? And not to children. It wasn't kids buying Superman #1 or Action Comics #1 or Batman or Detective Comics. It was adults. And the reason that those Golden Age books are missing, as many of you are aware, is because of the Seduction of the Innocent trials. They had book burnings. They burned millions of comic books during that time. Absolutely ignorant. And that's why so many Golden Age books are so hard to find. Unless they're kiddie books like Donald Duck.
Yeah, I want to read it.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Those are the ones that were for children. The rest of the comics were for adults, and adults were the primary audience. I think the original Action Comics #1, they had more than 2 million of those were officially printed. Where are they? Well, they burned them.
I think they need to quit checking boxes for books, comic books, and movies. And I thought, like, before the award show, that movie award show, the Oscars came out, they had a list of all of the qualifications you needed to win the
to be nominated.
That's right. To be nominated for Oscar. So you had to have so many females within the writing staff and the actors, so many disabled, so many LGBT, so many religion
on the staff, and this is
on the staff and actors. All of that.
It's on the Academy Awards website because we looked at it. People in the film, portrayed in the film, or working on the film in combination. And if you have the minimum quota for each category, then you can get nominated. It's got nothing to do with the story, nothing to do with the cinematography or anything. It's crazy.
And I'm with Pastor Rick. You can only scratch it so far. And I mean, you got stories that okay, Batman, Superman, all of them, they've been going on now for 80 plus years. And I understand using modern day things and situations to build a story, but you don't have to use like the whole politics of it. I would rather not know who the writer is and just get a good story.
Yeah.
Not know who the artist is and just get a good story. Not know who the director is, just get a good movie. But in order to say, okay, I want to really win an award. Okay, so let me make sure my movie checks all of these boxes, even though the person can't write, they can't even read, they can't act, they can't draw, they can't do nothing, but we meet all these boxes, so at least we'll get nominated. But you're getting nominated for trash. Because the person that say, I don't care nothing about that, I just want to put out a good movie. I don't care how many blacks, whites, Asians, Mexicans, or whatever, Hispanics in there. I just want to make sure we got a good story. Okay. I would rather that than all of that, checking all them boxes.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Hey, Nexus Runner, how are
Nexus
you?
joining us wants to know about retro physical media shelf. Well, in this room, if you're talking about like films over there, you can see there's a lot of like Saturday morning and after school cartoons there for like DVDs and such. And then over there is a lot of video game equipment. And then over there is vinyl records.
Yeah, and the spinner rack.
Yeah, and then upstairs is how many? 4 more of those?
Yeah.
Full of vinyl
4,
records.
yeah.
And then I don't even know off the top of my head how many DVD shelves. It's a lot. But those are upstairs. But yeah, we love our physical media for sure. We like being able to not have to contend with watching 50 ads on some app or some nonsense.
Yeah.
Toy Room 2 is already almost finished and it's all Masters of the Universe. Toy Room 3 is going to be a variety of things, Ninja Turtles and
everything else that's left over. It's not Masters of the Universe.
Lots of stuff though. Lots of different things.
Yeah, stay tuned. You'll see. But yeah, I just wish that they would just would care more about story writing in comics and movies than winning an award. Because, okay, so what? You got an award. You got an award for a bad film
for nothing.
Or a bad book or something like that. You didn't even get it for something good. And you were nominated for an award for a bad film, but you can say, well, I'm a Academy or Oscar nominated actor or director or writer or whatever. Yeah, but your film was bad. Nobody want to watch that mess. You got 100 you put your trailer out and it got 500,000 dislikes to 100,000 likes. That's not, something that you want to celebrate.
No, and then turn around and blame the audience for it. Yeah, and that's the thing. Johnny wants to know if we're in the basement. We have 2 windows. It's in levels.
Yeah.
So part of the basement is underground and part of it is not.
Does those game consoles still work?
They all work. I got a Atari 2600, Nintendo NES, Sega Genesis, Nintendo 64, GameCube, Super Nintendo, PlayStation 2, and Xbox 360. And yes, they all work.
Yeah.
And I've mentioned it before. My favorites are usually the Nintendo NES and the Sega Genesis. I seem to like the best.
Oh yeah.
The more recent the system is, the less interested I seem to be. Like the 360, I've played it a lot, but not for a long time. Not for a long time. And I don't have any of the modern systems. I don't need them. Honestly, I'm fine with what I got. I don't need every new game. I don't need every new PlayStation 5, 6, 7, or whoever, whatever.
Well, it's all on the internet now. You don't even have a game console anymore, do you? Do they sell game consoles, or you just play it on the computer?
They have game consoles.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, I don't. I'm not worried about it. I don't. The older stuff that I have, there's enough. If I got bored, there's enough still vintage cartridges that I don't have. I could find something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How many cartridges did they make for the Nintendo NES? 1,000. How many did they make for Atari? You know what I used to have I was a kid that I don't have is the ColecoVision. I used to play Smurfs on the ColecoVision.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that. It was simple as hell, but I used to like playing it because it was probably because it was Smurfs.
I think, and they sell an adapter that you can put on these new TVs to play those old games. I want to say I heard that or saw that. It's an adapter that you can put on the TV to play them old games.
You know what you need?
No.
And
that's what you need.
That's what you need. This is my floor model console television.
Oh yeah.
And it works.
Did you used to blow in the NES cartridge to try to get them to work? Yep. Everybody did that. Hey, Afro Samurai, how are you?
So they do everything by subscription now. Oh, single player games is a thing of the past. Oh boy. So you never really own it. I don't like that.
No.
I don't like that.
And then you always got to play with a group of people.
Yeah.
You can't even play by yourself.
Yeah. I wouldn't I wouldn't like that because they own the rights to it. That's the same reason I don't like streaming the shows that we watch. That's why I gotta own everything. I gotta own all I got all of our we got TV shows and cartoon shows from the 60s, 70s, 80s that we're good for years. We're good for years and years and years.
NES still do the single player game.
Nintendo's still doing it. Okay, for the Wii?
I guess. And Anne said she tried that adapter is distorted. Oh wow. Okay.
Well, I remember Paperboy. Mark remembers playing Paperboy. It was the NES, right?
Which you got to throw it and try to hit the door and not put it in the puddle of water. Oh my God.
Some of the silly stuff. My favorite NESs were Elevator Action and Low G Man, Low Gravity Man, Low G Man. I used to play that a lot. Of course, the Super Mario's always classic. Sega Genesis, Streets of Rage 2, Golden Axe 2, stuff like that was always fun. Marble Madness. I don't know if I remember that one, Johnny. Marble Madness. Maniac Mansion for NES. Pre-order wants to know if I have the first Mortal Kombat. There was lots of moms who was in an uproar about the violence. Do I have that?
I used to have that.
I think I might have it on the Sega Genesis. I think I got it on the Sega Genesis. I know I got the Street Fighter once, and that was fun. Ooby Doob had the Smurf for the Atari, confused by it being the only white cartridge I had. Yeah, I had it for the ColecoVision. But yeah, you just walk. It's a scrolling. You just walk to the right and you jump over little hole pits in the ground and stuff like that. But it's the Smurfs. Altered Beast. Yeah, you couldn't go. It was another scrolling game. You always travel to the right.
Like on Super Mario Brothers.
Yes, everything travels to the right. But Super Mario Brothers is cool. I've got a lot. I've got more NES cartridges than anything, I think. Trying to remember. I don't have very many for the GameCube. I don't have many. Dig Dug was better in the arcade than it was on Atari, just like Pac-Man. Pac-Man for the Atari is miserable.
Oh yeah. I remember
Saturday Morning has Kool-Aid for Atari. You know what's a really good one? NES, the 7-Up Spot.
Oh my gosh.
That game is tough and it's fun and it's got a lot of levels. That's a really cool game. Another one that was a lot of fun was Global Gladiators for Sega Genesis, and that's a McDonald's game. Ronald makes appearances in it. And what's the other one? God, if I can even remember.
Pitfall.
Gods for the Sega Genesis.
Double Dragon has a cartoon.
Yeah, they do. They got a bad cartoon and they got an even worse film.
Oh, really?
The live action is terrible. But anyways, we're well over the 2-hour mark. So I guess we're going to go ahead and start signing off. I just wanted to say special thanks to Pastor Rick, to Rich, to Ooby Doob, and to Robert, who made donations to our cat shelter. Thank you very much for that. Resident Evil 4, I don't think so. I don't think I ever played that. But yeah, thanks for helping us out with our shelter. We really do appreciate it. And hopefully, I don't know if we'll be able to do one next week because we're going to be at the StellarCon.
Yes.
We're going to be at the StellarCon next Saturday, and I'll be filming that live. I'm going to try to film it live. I'm going to try to film. We've been invited out to go to that. So I don't believe we'll be able to do all 3 days, but we'll film on Saturday. So, hey, everybody, thanks for joining us, and we'll try to catch you again sometime soon.